Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be stepping away from the Cricut Legacy Machine video series. However, I have committed to dedicating Tuesday/Wednesday videos to my electronic die cutting machines in general. Near the beginning of the year, I wrote down 10 crafty goals. Two that were probably the most important to me were one, to use what I have, and two was to return to my first love in paper crafting, which was electronic die cutting machines. Um, the legacy machines fulfilled both of those goals. However, it seemed that very few people were actually interested in them, which is quite understandable. I mean, everyone has moved on to the newer machines, and they've changed so much since then. That being said, if you are interested in seeing me do something specific on the Expression 2 or one of the cartridges, please let me know in the comments below and I will be more than happy to do that for you. So in today's video, I will be using my Silhouette Cameo, which is actually a legacy machine itself, and alcohol inks to make a simple card. So you can see here the image that I've chosen, and I have copied and pasted it 2 additional times so that I can layer up the image, and then I will send this to the machine. At that time the machine was not turned on. And when I come back, we are at the craft table, and so here I show you the 3 images, and I'm going to layer these up so that I have some dimension, and that will help my focal point, which is this sentiment. It will help it stand out from the background. You're going to see a lot of a lot of hand movement, and there was way too much talking. So again, I had to resort to doing a voiceover. So here I'm just adding some Versamark to my image, my cutout. And now I'm adding some Stampin' Up! Clear embossing powder. Sorry, I had to think about it. And then I get my heat tool and melt the powder. I like how that turned out. So I'm just showing you here that it would look great just on a white card base, just as it is. That would make a nice little, a little note. So many of the top influencers in the industry suggest that Yupo paper is the best for alcohol ink techniques or glossy paper. But several months ago, I was watching a YouTuber, and she suggested using glossy photo paper. I wish I could remember who it was, because I would definitely want to give her credit, because that's where I learned this. Anyway, that's what I have in front of me. This is this photo paper that I've had around for many years, and I'm going to, well, what I already did it off camera, is I took a sheet and I cut it down into I can't talk, several smaller pieces, and the one I'm going to work on is going to be a 4¼ by 5½. So the inks I'm using are Spectrum Noir. I bought a set of 12 of them from HSN about a month or so ago, and I have some alcohol ink and this Copic blending solution, gloves, a straw, as well as a pipette. Now I don't actually end up using the blending solution. And I should say here, I'm still learning how to use the alcohol ink, so you will notice that I don't do that great of a job. Like right there, I put way too much alcohol on my ink that I laid down. And also I got that circle right there, and I didn't really want it to look like that, but I decided I needed to keep going. These colors are beautiful. I think I need to find a smaller pipette actually, because I kept accidentally putting too many drops down sometimes. Now I'm just blowing the ink around. So I'm just laying color down and blowing it around, adding alcohol. One thing I am learning with with playing with the alcohols is it takes, you got to be patient and be willing to work with it for a while. Oh, I totally messed up right there. So here I'm showing you that I added some foil. This is Deco Art foil. I just added it while, there were some spots that were still a little sticky, so it takes to the foil, which is a really cool effect. Also, just, I mean, it wasn't perfect. It's kind of nice. There's areas that I like on it, on the background, and there are things I don't like. One section got a little muddled. Unfortunately, I put stain in a couple of places from my hands or from the gloves. But that is why it's best to start off with a piece larger than you want, because then you can trim it down, the part that you like. And so that's what I'm doing here. And eventually this will be trimmed down to be a 3 3/4 by 5-inch layer. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to situate my die cut on this background. And I just trimmed off a little more. I guess I hadn't trimmed it all the way down yet. Now I have a 4-inch by 5 1/4 inch black piece of cardstock for my layer behind my background layer, and then my card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. a simple A2 card. Again, I'm just trying to decide how I want to layer everything up. So, like I said, I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. This was not a perfect piece, but it was okay. So, I wasn't completely dissatisfied. This is a battery-powered eraser that I had used to try to clean off one of the spots that I accidentally put onto the photo paper. I was able to make it less noticeable, but you saw the sequin a few moments ago, and I was considering adding those to the card base. However, I hadn't completely decided by the time I finished making this video. So there should be a couple of pictures at the end showing the card with the sequins kind of just laying down on it, and one without the sequins. That's the plan anyway. So here I just got a sheet of white copy paper so I could have a clean surface to lay my card down on, and just wanted to rub it a little more just to make sure that everything was adhered well. Here I just noticed that one of the leaves in my layers was not adhered to the other layer. I'm so sorry, I keep saying So now I'm just fiddling with the leaves. I'm going to use the Xyron to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of this. I like the idea of this Xyron. I hope that they improve it somewhere down the line because it leaves a lot of extra adhesive that you have to kind of clean up, and you'll see me do that here in a little while after I get through burnishing it and taking my die cut off of it, off the backing paper. I'm just trying to carefully get this paper off so I don't tear anything. And here's where you see me take the pokey tool to try to get some of that gook out of there. I just decided to use the Xyron because it's, the pieces are so fine that it's hard to get glue directly on them, without getting glue everywhere. And it takes a while. It takes a lot of patience, which I don't always have. So I don't know what's worse, just slowly getting the glue on there, liquid glue, or taking the glue boogies off of my project. Here I'm thinking about adding sequins, which I think I already mentioned, but yeah, I ended up just kind of laying them there. I never did glue them down because I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do yet. But other than that, I'm pretty much done with the card. Alright guys, so there's my project. Obviously I have a lot to learn about using alcohol inks, but it was fun, exploring. So if you see some technique that you think you would like to try, just go for it. More than likely, like me, you'll try several times and you won't have the results that you want. But the more that you and I are willing to continue to try these techniques and practice them, we will hopefully get to the point where we'd like to be in our crafting. So I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, consider giving this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and the notification bell, and make your choice in the drop down menu so that YouTube will let you know when I upload future videos. For all of you, whether you are new or you've been here for a while, I thank you all, I appreciate you all, and I look forward to being with you again. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.